Faerlina is training acolytes to worship me. Her job is very important. Do not disturb her.
Hello, hello, it's Mr. Shine here from HearthstonePlayers.com. We are continuing the Heroic Naxxramas run, going to the second boss of the Arachnid Quarter, Grand Widow Faerlina. So what makes Grand Widow Faerlina dangerous? It's her hero ability, which is called Rain of Fire, for 1 mana, so she can cast it almost every turn, firing a missile for each card in your opponent's hand. So you have to burn your cards very quickly in order to beat her, otherwise you're going to be taking a whopping amount of damage through this hero ability. Decks like Handlock, decks that are kind of mid-range or late-game control are very bad ideas against her because you don't want to be taking a 1 mana, like 5 damage Avenging Wrath every turn, or even more than that sometimes. It can be completely devastating. What you need to have is you need to have a deck that burns your cards as quickly as possible, that you can manage your hand and get out of situations where you have a lot of things very quickly. So you need a low mana curve, and you need a lot of minions that can represent threats. Other things to be aware of with Grand Widow Faerlina is, I think the main thing is that she summons these worshippers, these 2/4s that give her +3 attack, and they stack. So if she has 2 of these 2/4 worshippers on the board, she has 6 attack every turn from her hero, that she can smack you in the face or she can clear one of your minions. These have to be removed pretty much as soon as possible. I think she has some rampages in her deck too, so if they take a little bit of damage and you don't actually kill them, they can become even scarier, and that's a way for you to quickly get snowballed out of control. So with that said though, I think that the best deck for her is some sort of zoo variety, everyone's favorite zoo. In fact, I used a standard Naxxramas, post-Naxxramas Death Rattle zoo, and it works very well. I can beat her fairly consistently with that, and I think I'm going to show that to you now. Alright, here is the Grand Widow Faerlina zoo deck for Heroic, which is just my normal zoo, nothing too special. I think that's the main thing is, of course, having a very low curve. As you can see, I have a bunch of 1-drops. Almost half my deck is 1-drops. If you include zeros with the Soulfire, almost exactly half my deck is 1-drops. I have a lot of things that will get out on the board right away. Flame Imps, Undertakers, Voidwalkers, Zombie Chows. So many things you can play on turn 1 to avoid getting a bruising with her hero ability. Again, following up with 2s and all that sort of thing. I only have a few things that are past turn 4, which of course are the Doom Guards, which also burn cards from my hand. So actually, in some cases, it's good if I use a Doom Guard and burn a card or 2, because her hero ability will not affect me after that. Basic way to play zoo is basic way to play any sort of zoo. You want to establish your board, you want to make good efficient trades, you want to have sticky minions that are difficult for her to remove. We only have a few cards that, we really have only Soulfires as removal cards in this deck. Kind of power overwhelming, but everything relies on having a board. So it's critical that you make good trades, you clear her board, you avoid situations where you don't have your board, because all of your power comes from that. That's pretty much it though. I don't have that much else to say with how to play Egg Zoo. Egg is kind of a straightforward deck, but there are tricks that you don't... It's not as aggressive as I think some people play it. You don't really want to go face. It is just more of a board control deck that happens to be very aggressive. So that is pretty much all I have to say there. I will show you a successful run, and you can get a sense of how this deck plays out.
Gul'dan versus Grand Widow Faerlina!
My acolytes serve me without question.
Your soul shall be mine! Why do you fall?
Bring out your dead.
Goody. As you command.
guilty.
Slay them in the Master's name.
Put this apple on your head.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
You have failed!
The widow embraces me. Bring out your dead.
Sever my wrath!
Join me in death.
Who dares summon me? Sever my wrath! Your soul shall suffer!
Sorry.
Faerlina means nothing. The Spider Queen will dispatch you easily.
Alright, and that is the run against Heroic Grand Widow Faerlina. Next time we will be taking on Naxxramas in Heroic, who also is kind of a unique fight due to her hero ability that brings random enemy minions back to your hand. You really need a specific deck to beat her, but we will do that. I've been Mr. Shine. I will see you all next time.